Don't get me started.
Don't get me started. Oh, shut your mouth. You know, I don't think I'm ever going to get bored of seeing my screaming face. I'm like, God, did I make that noise?
It's good to have the original intro back after all this time of the one time it was
not that
a mashup.
Yeah, I was about to say it is good because the other day when we did cocktails, Don't Get Me Cocktailed, we had the kind of crazy, sinister, mixed up. Plus a kind of like, it was a bit, who's that guy in wrestling who's like the creepy guy who like walks back on his hands and shit? And
the Fiend, Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, that's the kind of intro. He like all kind of like messed up.
Yeah.
But we're back again. This is episode 21 of Don't Get Me Started here in my living room with Jez, with elephant cushions. Still didn't bother to buy anything else. Yeah, terrible really. One of these days.
How many Don't Get Me Started to be at? I think this is the 9th Don't Get Me Started.
Feels like it because I think we stopped the other version of it after about 11.
Yeah.
So this does feel like
the 9th time we've got random elephant cushions instead of something else.
The little elephants are on here. You know, Pat, maybe when I come back from Belgium, because I'm going away again. More on that in a minute. Well, that's actually basically it. I mean, I don't know what more to say about it. There's no more grand plan than that. When I come back, maybe we could imagine the studio, because I was speaking to my friend Matt the other day. When I say the other day, I mean earlier today. Speaking to Matt, and he was like, "I saw you earlier. You were on a grey rectangular sofa, or not grey rectangular, grey right-angled sofa." I'm like, "Yep, that's my front room." I'm like, "It's not really. I mean, this studio is a bit kind of. I think we need some colour in this place.
Yeah,
we need.
Get some throws.
Yeah, maybe some stuff. Oh my God! Do you know?
You could get some green throws,
right?
And then we can turn on the chroma key, and then we can just be like sat floating.
That would be amazing.
That would be cool.
Thank you very much for tuning in to watch this now live. Live is the best way. Because you get to say stuff in chat and say hello and tell us things, and we kind of like join in and interact with you and stuff.
Yeah, we get to tell you to fuck off immediately and you hear it.
Yes, in real time.
Because if I say fuck off to you, person listening on the Jez Show podcast network,
they might actually fuck off though, Jez.
They might actually.
And they might tell you where to go, basically.
That's a bit harsh. Who are you talking to?
You're just baiting Charlotte into responding. Hello, Charlotte.
Just making sure there are people, here to hear my abuse. I'll tell you what.
Fuck off, Charlotte.
Fuck off, Charlotte, says Captain Zoro.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Here we are. Don't get me starting, as it were, again for, whatever, the 9th time or the 21st. Numbers, who cares?
Words.
It's been a short week.
It has been a short week. This is the briefest time between episodes that we have ever had, obviously because of Don't Get Me Cocktail on Saturday night.
Yeah, the mashup was Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, now. So not a lot's happened. So when we do the segment very soon, which we call This Is Happening, then I have to trawl my brain for things that have happened.
Yeah. See Saturday plus some slightly new things.
Yeah, because then I'm like, hey, do you remember Saturday? And it was like, yeah, we remember Saturday.
Okay, good. Then we don't need to do this. Next.
If you've never been to the stream before, or are you watching this back a bit later on YouTube. It's what my mother calls it. She doesn't have a clue about anything. If you're watching it back, or if whatever reason I was about to say it, this is the ranty, banty, nonsense podcast live from my living room, where we talk about what's happened, what we hate, what's going on in the world, what's annoying us, what grinds our gears and what really gets up our nose, and all that sort of good stuff. And then we invite you, the viewers, live to tell us what's on your nerves too, and we'll discuss it.
And get us started.
Get us started. I think to get us started, to kick us off, let's talk about on this short week. Let's find out what's happening in the segment we like to call This Is Happening.
In a world filled with haps and naps, two men have risen above to bring you This is happening.
I enjoyed that. It does look like the Earth is round there.
Yes.
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 Why do you think that is? Why do you think look round there?
I think probably because that is the actual shape of the Earth.
Right. That's going to piss them. That's going to piss our flat Earth followers off, Jez. You know that. You're not afraid to get in there and.
I'm not afraid. No.
Yeah.
Captain Brilliant messaged us earlier in our cocktails and bullshit chat.
Oh yeah.
I've got an idea. Might piss off some people. What do you think? I'm like, yes, let's do it.
Yes. It is decided.
That's fine. No one cares. Exactly. I don't think there are many flat earthers on Twitch. If I may be so bold,
if I can go so far as to say
that in every corner of the world there are no people watching Twitch.
Oh my goodness! Oh,
they've all fallen off the edge.
I just love it. There was actually, do you know, I've seen I think it's an advert for, I want to say something like PlayStation or something like that. PlayStation. That's how my mother would say it. She doesn't talk like that at all. There's an advert, I think I've seen it at a cinema or various different places, where this guy's in a little boat and he's kind of like steaming ahead on his little kind of fisherman's boat. And then he looks around, then there's suddenly ships on all sides of him. And some are like starships, and they're flying to the edge of the world. Have you seen this one?
I have seen that, and there's a bit of Call of Duty in there as well, and some people shooting. And
there's other bits and pieces, so, and then like
all of the worlds you can immerse yourself in if you only could afford a PlayStation, but you can't. So fuck.
Rob. And you see the edge of the world going over the edge like that, and then he sees everybody else around him, and he's like suddenly realizes he's part of something bigger, and that they're all sailing to their doom, oblivion, salvation, what? We don't know. And he just like throws himself into full thrust and he kind of goes straight over, but instead of like tumbling off into the Nowheresville, he actually just sails off into the universe with everybody else. And it's a fun little video, a fun little advert, but I did wonder what the flat earthers be like. Yes, see, that's exactly what it is. That's it. We've been proved correct. Thank you, PlayStation.
The thing that gets me about the flat earthers, and I don't know if you've kept up on their lore, if you will.
Right, no.
But they are under the impression now, the modern flat earther believes that the world is flat. It is a disc.
Right.
But the other planets of the solar system are spherical. It's just us. It's just us that's flat.
So it basically looks like what's the code? Is it Mercury, Venus, us, Mars, asteroid belt, Saturn, Jupiter, Uranus, whatever it is, and Neptune, and then not Pluto or something like that.
Yeah.
But they're all like, but us is like, it's anyway. So don't get us started on flat Earth. I just thought I would anyway. Uranus is in fact flat. Shit. Just in.
It's prolate.
Maybe Uranus is flat.
Yeah, I've been doing my squats, mate. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'll tell you what is we managed to pull ourselves off the kind of the thread of what we were talking about there. So what is hap for you? What is hap this week for you?
So what is hap for me?
Well, I'm going to come back to it.
Yeah, we'll come back to that.
Come back to you.
And it started on when was it? Saturday must have been. Whatever day you came back to me.
Yeah.
Sunday, after I came over here to get all my stuff after.
Before we watched the NFL.
Drunk. And we got back to mine and I went, chup, park, easy. And I'm like, yeah, I can park, deal with it. But
he selected a parking space I would not have selected.
Yes, I did the same today. I was like pulling up to it. Yes, there is exactly enough room for my car and no margin forever. Let's do it. And then I went. But so what's hap is my ability to park.
Nice.
But the reason that I bring that up is because I just feel so sorry for people, and I saw it just outside as I arrived, for people who just can't like reverse park.
Like my girlfriend.
Because poor person, I don't even know if it was a man or a woman, because I didn't want to just go
look in there like the
can't park. Yeah,
stare at this person like the South African MasterChef
they kind
judge.
Of get half into the spot and they haven't gone deep enough in, so they're half in, half out, and then to try and fix it, they just go,
yeah,
and then go forward a bit,
and now they're in trouble.
And then like, oh, it's still not quite right. My butt's sticking out now. And then they just go and go back to where they were again. Oh, okay. And then they just turn even further in without actually adjusting in any way. And they're just there forever. So by the time I pulled up, parked, got out, got my bag out the back, fumbled for my keys that I'd put in my pocket after getting out of the car to lock the car, hold down the key so it brings my mirrors in and all that stuff. Still, they're just going, oh my Christ, on a bike. So yeah, I feel really sorry for people who cannot park. They are nap.
You are Hap.
I am Hap.
If you just joined us here on Don't Get Me Started, we're talking about things that are Hap and Nap, which we should explain is excellent things and bad things. We're talking about your ability to park.
Which is Hap.
It is Hap. I share that ability to park. Yes, it is. I can also park. The other day, this road I'm on is a one-way street, okay? And you're coming up one way, and as a result, you wait. I mean, it's true of most streets, really, either one way or not. But you're waiting for the person in front of you to get in.
Out of the way.
Yeah. And I came up behind somebody, and obviously you don't know. They don't know I'm a lovely person. So I'm sitting there, outwardly saying,
"Does anyone know that?"
No, nobody knows that one. I ought to get some banners made up.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. This just in. Alex is nice sometimes. Anyway, so this person doesn't know that I'm saying outwardly, because I talk to myself like 24/7. You think always be chatting is just, I'm not, even when you're not here. Even when I'm on my own,
folks.
It's not a gimmick.
He never breaks this kayfabe.
Well done, I love it. Yeah, no, absolutely. I have to do it all the time. No, I was in the car and I'm saying there, don't worry. I say, don't worry, you carry on. Take your time. And I'm making like gestures like this. Like, you take your time. Take your time. Don't worry about it. Do not, just chill out. I'm in no rush like that. But of course, all they see is me going like that.
Take your time. Being reasonable. They can't see your face, so all they've got is hands.
It's me. It's just... Oh, my goodness me.
It's not semaphore, mate. It's not going to help me fucking park, is it?
So they're like you. I saw this person. She came in far too steep. Couldn't get in. And then when I got out my car and got all my stuff much like you did, except with the feature where you bring in your side mirrors, I looked back and they were on the curb. They just like kept going, and now like a corner of them is on the curb, as it were, and the corner of them is on the road. I was like,
I mean, don't get me wrong. Sometimes I go in too deep and I'm on the curb, and I'm like, nah, that'll do. Like,
yeah,
I'm out of the way of the traffic. That is really the goal of parking. That will do.
And sometimes I enjoy the one where the curb is quite low, and I come in front ways instead of reversing in. So I come in front ways and I go onto the curb and down like that. We've all done it, haven't we? Onto the curb and in space.
Don't even need a short curb, to be honest.
No, you don't even need a short curb.
Bonk!
A low stone wall will do.
Captain Sora says James's, which is a friend of ours, ability to park was so bad he had to get a car that does it by itself. Have you ever been in a car that parks itself?
No, I have not, but I've seen an advert for it.
It's so creepy.
I bet.
Literally, you drive up.
What, like wing mirror to wing mirror with another car?
Yeah, like you tell your car that you're going to do it, and then it kind of pinpoints the starting position for you, like brings you in line with whatever it wants to do.
It adjusts itself to start.
Yeah, and then you push the button or just let go of the steering wheel or some kind of signal to the car.
Some sort of witchcraft
ready for you to do my work for me. Get to it, and it just all of a sudden it just goes jump. Like the first bit is really fast. It's like full lock jump. It does that bit really fast,
and you're like, oh,
like, what the fuck is this? And then all of a sudden it just starts slowly coming backwards, and then it stops, and it instructs you. Now you go backwards.
Now your turn.
Now you go backwards. And all right, yeah. And it's like, now do this. I'm like, this isn't really me doing.
Now I'm partaking in it. Surely you've done the hard part. Granted.
You set it to do it, then you drive forward with the rear cameras able to scan the empty space behind it. It'll just take control, will start moving on its own. It reverses in, disables your controls until it. Yeah, so shift gear. That's it. So it's like, I need to go forward now. Please put me in for.
It won't gear itself.
That's the thing. Yeah, like chunk. Like, I need to go backwards again, but it does. Like it was insane. I was like, okay, and the car is done, perfect. It's like, put me in reverse. All right, fine. So shimmies a bit. Put me in forward. Okay, right.
Tell me I'm a good car.
It just drives backwards and forwards a bit, and says like, yes, now I am in the perfect position.
Do you know what? Isabel, I think, told me that her dad got one of these cars, and I said, "Oh wow, how is the reversing itself thing?" She was like, "He never uses it." And I'm like, "He never uses it." Mainly because like dads know how to park. When I was, every time my dad gave me a lift, which was like all the time forever, he would get back home, and I'm like, "Well, he's not going to get in that space," and he'd go, and I was like, how did he do that? And he got out and he did the thing where he puts his arm around the back of the other thing and just kind of like going like back like that, boff. And so like dads don't need this sort of thing. Isabeau needs this thing. She loves. By the way, whenever I mention, she's like, "Did you mention me?" I'm like, "Yeah, but I'm not going to tell you that I mentioned you about how you can't reverse park." Maybe she'll watch your back.
There are also other cars, and I'm sure you've seen the ads because they are frequent during the NFL, about these cars that are to help you bay park.
Oh, I haven't seen
in
that.
The really tight spaces. And so you like line it up with the bay, and you know how sometimes you get into a space and then you're like, ka-dunk, and you can't get out of the car.
Oh yeah.
Well, now all you have to do is line your car up with the space, get out, push a button on your key, and it will just creep forward into the into the tiny space. And then if you want it out again, you just go bloop.
I see. So you get ready for it, and then you get out, and then you just, you could use that to maybe slowly murder someone. It's like, well, I wasn't in the car.
Yeah. Right, let's see.
It wasn't me that did it.
There's a car coming at me at
There's
2 miles an hour. There's no time to move.
Then like the newer Tesla cars that have summon.
The newer Tesla cars that have summon.
And by the way, yes, Charlotte, I like the confidence that you are lovely. I am lovely. I'm a fucking delight, Charlotte, as well. You can try and hide it, but we both know.
I'm digging that Bears jersey, Jess, says Rooster Beast. Yeah. Super Bowl.
Devin Hester.
It is Devin Hester. Yeah. Super Bowl, which, as far as I remember, because I only watched the first 13 seconds of the game, went brilliantly.
And that was the end.
And that was the end of the game. Oh my God, the kickoff's been returned for a touchdown. JR was commenting.
Yeah. If Austin Powers was made today, do you know that scene of Austin Powers where he's like, the scene you're talking about, just every time I get into a bad scenario in the car, I'm like, that's the first thing that comes to mind. It's like, I do that quite a lot when I'm parking, but not because I have done it badly, but because I suddenly become this perfectionist where I'm like, well, I think I've left 2 meters at the front and 1 meter at the back. Let's see if we can bring back half a meter. Allow me to collect. No, I've gone too far the other way. And then I get out of my car and I'm like, no, I'm not happy about that. And I get back in the car and go, yeah, okay, that's perfect. And I think about all the other people that live around me that will be pissed off with the space I haven't left. No one gives a shit. But anyway.
Yeah, I'm a bit too inconsiderate for that. Sometimes I'll park in a space that's quite big. I'll reverse park anyway because that's how I roll. And then Kirst's like, do you think you should move forward a bit so that someone can get in behind you? Nah, fuck
no.
If they can't fit in that space, I could fit in that space. If they can't fit in that space, they don't deserve to park there. Fuck them.
Do you know what? Sometimes the
Americans are probably like, what is this like
parking
issue of which you talk? We just arrive and we either put a car in a bay in a car park or we put it in our garages. What is this
drive.
Street parking?
Nova probably has a garage or a drive or something like that. He probably has one of these wonderful things. But here in England, you have to be. It's dog eat dog out there on the bloody street.
So when I go home after this tonight, I'm not going to be able to park anywhere near my house.
No, he will not. And if he parks on the main road where there are spaces, he'll have to get up in the morning and move it because there's parking restrictions from 9.
Have a driveway here, exactly.
Of course, you have a driveway.
95% of Americans have a driveway.
Yeah,
and that is
half of the country's driveway.
That is science and maths that you should not check the statistics on.
That and the guy stood in front of the steamroller. Get out of the way! Austin Powers was such a great film. I think we did realise, but like it has given us quite a lot of stuff that we still say today.
Boston is terrible for parking, says Nova. Yeah, I think the cities might be an exception to that. But
as
soon as you get out into any kind of suburb of a city, it's fine again.
Boston. Our man in Boston.
Across.
Our man in Boston.
Man in Boston.
How's it going over in Boston? How's Paul Revere? Still dead. So, where were we? Hap. Oh, I was going to talk about. Do you know what? I find Hap in the. Thanks for the laugh. I can imagine that was a real, true laugh out loud. Yeah. Even though I had to go into work yesterday, and work have given me free Just Eat money. Yeah, that's now going into work. Yeah, but they've given me free takeaway money to spend on stuff, so I didn't buy any food yesterday. I just bought myself a Subway, and I had to go to get it from. I had to go to get it from town. I'm like, okay, I'm going to collect it because I thought it was the Subway near us, near you, effectively.
In the garage.
I thought it was that one, but it wasn't. It was the one in town. So my clever plan of just going there meant I had to drive 10 minutes the other way.
That's another thing that might blow the Americans' mind. We have, near my house, within walking distance of my house, there is a Subway in a gas station, petrol station.
Yeah. So yeah, you can go into the gas station and get a Subway.
Yeah, I would never get gas, petrol, fuel there because it's ridiculously expensive. I would literally only go there for a Subway.
I never actually think about how much these things are. I just go and get it anyway.
Hey!
I don't do that in a gas station.
Barista says my house and the house next to us have a shared driveway, but I park there and they have a garage, so they can suck it.
Suck it!
Yeah. You fit in perfectly on this podcast. Welcome.
Hey! Little cute girl is here. The gang's all here. It's wonderful stuff. Yeah, I got a Subway, I drove around, I thought, I've got to go to the place, you know what I mean? It's hard to park around there. So I parked on double yellow lines where it's restricted and you can't park. But I was only going to be there for a minute. So I just kind of zoomed around the corner and immediately parked. And then about 10 seconds later, this guy kind of zoomed past me and out the passenger side, he leant out and shouted at me to have a go at me for parking on the double yellow lines. And when you want to have a go at someone with road rage, you only have a limited window to say what you want. Right? So, this guy, what he wants to say is, probably because he came around the corner and I parked quite quickly.
You can't park there, you fucking dickhead! Move your fucking car out of the fucking way!
No, I think his issue, if he had any issue...
Do you know how hard it is to wave your fist at the same time as ranty? It's really hard.
Hey, old people have got it.
Yeah.
They've had years to practice.
I
don't know how to do this. My dad does it really, really well. No, so I think the person's problem, he wasn't the driver, of course, because he was shouting and leaning out. You know, he was on the left-hand side. His issue was maybe I parked too sharply without an indication. Like I saw the only available spot, so I quickly parked in it, and he had to swerve to avoid my manoeuvre, which isn't the case.
Because what the gentleman might not realise is actually parking on double yellow lines to go to Subway is perfectly reasonable because you can park on double yellow lines for loading, and you are loading your sub. If you put your sub in the boot,
yes,
then you're not breaking any rules. You are loading.
I'm loading. Oh, there you go. But I mean, I knew I hadn't caused him problem because A, he shouldn't have been so close to my arse that he would have to make that sort of thing, and B, it was a good 5 seconds or so of kind of as he came round. But he didn't shout. We almost crashed into you, you prick, or learn to fucking drive, you dickhead. He said, He said you can't park there, and I was like, that's your beef. That's your fucking problem? Are you the fucking traffic warden? That guy, by the way, was such a top bin wanker that I knew for a fact that he has parked on double yellow lines and worse for his entire fucking life. So it was a bit holier than thou for him to fucking tell me where to fucking park, and I wanted to tell him exactly that, but he'd driven away by that point, so I had no way of coming back.
Hashtag top bin.
Fucking top bin. And I got my Subway, and it came in a little Subway box. And it was a beautiful, beautiful box, and they cut the Subway in two, and it had its own little sections.
You should have shouted back, I know!
I'm aware! I said it in the car. I sat there going, I'm aware! You know what? That's the thing about... that's the thing about it. If you will remember, if you are regular watchers of this, that I got away with my parking issue outside the front of my house where I shouldn't have had it. Like, I parked where I'm allowed to park and got done for it. But if I park on double yellow lines and someone has a go at me, hey, that's fine. Hey, that's on me. I'm taking the chance here. That's fine. But this guy gives a fuck. Yeah. And as soon as he drove off, I'm like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. Did you think it was an accident? I know what I'm doing. I can see double yellow lines. But yeah, and I got my Subway, and here's the best bit. My boss looked at my Subway box, and he went, what's in that? And I was like,
McDonald's, mate.
Yeah, so it's like Burger King. Yeah, Whopper, mate. Whopper, straight in that. It's like, what is it? What's in that? I've been meaning to ask, what's in that Subway box? And I'm like, I'm going to leave that with you, old chap, okay? Come back to me. Anyway.
So we've got another thing to discuss. You did kind of preview it a little bit earlier. Mm-hmm. I don't know what that was, but it's a thing. It's a gesture. And we don't know if it's hap or nap yet, so we're going to hash it out.
So train in that box. It's on the T.
I like trains. Cineworld
Cineworld
is a cinema chain in the UK.
It is.
And they announced this week that they are closing down until this COVID shit is over.
Yes, Cineworld, Cineworld.
Cineworld, boom.
That was improvised. I didn't. That wasn't planned. We hadn't talked about that.
I'm gonna have to
it's so good.
Move the badumts thing over here. I think it's sorely needed. So yeah, what do you think about the fact they're closing down until this COVID thing is over because they opened for a bit and no fucker went because there are no movies?
Well, it struck me that this isn't really a choice in that regard because I don't think anyone's going, so it's kind of a waste of time and money to close to remain open. So I don't think it's really. I mean, there's
the wider question of why does cinemas still exist?
I mean,
Disney Plus are trying to answer that question with violence by charging like
£25 to watch
for their
Mulan, the animated Mulan, the
like
live action Mulan.
No cinema in the world is going to charge £25 to watch a movie. Why are you charging people that to watch?
No, I think they think there's. Well, do you know what? I just thought about this. I thought about an answer to your question because I saw. I did, and I'll tell you what it is. But like I saw it was Mulan on Disney Plus, and you can watch it for £25, and I was like, £25? Fuck off!
You can go fuck yourself.
But there's a family there who's got a mum and dad who are going to pay £14 for a ticket, and kids who are going to pay £14 for a ticket, and sweets and shit, and they're going to pay upwards of like at least £40 to £60 to get. And when the dad heard £25 to watch Mulan in my front room, where I can sit in my nice chair with my sweets,
where I can turn it on and then fuck off in the other room and watch the football.
It was like cheap, take my money, and I think that's what's going to happen.
Okay, there I can see your argument.
I don't know where it came from.
Totally see that.
Yeah.
Doing that in whenever it was, June, when no cinemas were open and like there was no other way of watching.
There's no other way.
That was never going to fly. I'm not paying jack when I can watch the cartoon for free.
Yeah,
that's most people's.
When you've seen the original? You mean the original Mulan? You're not going to watch the live action Mulan
indeed.
If you can see the original.
And there was as there is with many Disney things, a TV series animated.
Right.
That came with it, I believe. I don't remember.
I have not. Can I just say I've not watched any Mulan.
Nor have I.
I've not watched the original. I mean, I don't have to qualify this. When I said I haven't watched any, you know what I meant.
When the first Mulan came out, I felt like I was just too old for it.
Yeah,
Best part, because it's on a streaming service, it'll be on Pirate Nights that same night. Arr!
I think that the problem is when I went to Belgium, they opened up the cinemas, and I was like, the cinemas are open? We can go? And we went there, and we were like one of like 8 people in there, and I'm like, how is this still running? How is this a thing? I couldn't work out how it was still running. They were kind of like...
I mean, fundamentally, the costs of a cinema should not be that high.
Well, I mean, you're
turning the lights
a room
on with the lights, yeah, okay.
It's electricity and maintenance shit, right? I mean...
Yeah. It's just a house.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be that expensive to run.
I mean, it's going to be more than...
Certainly doesn't justify £6 for a small fucking popcorn.
Oh my god. I mean, in a way, like, look at my TV. You guys can't look at my TV, but it's pretty big.
He's just done that rather than that, so that should tell you.
Should give you an idea. It's 55 inches, and it's...
And the TV's pretty big as well.
Hey! Now we've started. Thanks. That's all, folks. Da-da-da-da-da. It's... I was thinking, like, I don't really like going out. I especially don't like going out now in COVID times. I've got a TV that's big enough and it sounds great. Why would I ever need to go to the... Plus, also, by the way, there's dickheads in the cinema and they eat and crunch and shout and talk and go and like talk over the movie. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah. Well, I'm never going to... No. I mean, I don't want people... What I'll say to your question is I don't want businesses to lose money, but it doesn't make any sense to me for them to remain open. So
the only people I feel sorry for are the workers of Cineworld who are being yanked around. They were like, yay, it's open again, we can go back to work and earn a wage. Then all of a sudden it's like, no, we're closing again, and we're not going to open any time before Christmas.
Those guys are doing...
Go without a wage.
Those guys are doing anything to make some money. They're piling ice cream from like the 21 flavours, whatever the fucking thing is. Basket and Robbins.
This is a grand's worth of ice cream.
Just get some pick and mix in there.
Street value £4.20.
They're outside on the street just going, do you want some flumps? That's a good joke. Probably doesn't work in America.
We always sit either centre or at the back. The ratio of screen in the cinema is the same for us as being sat 10 feet away from a 50-inch TV.
Yeah.
What's the point in sitting next to Total Strange when I can watch it in my pyjamas?
Well, yeah.
Yes, that's true. Through the
Or
power
naked.
of perspective
Oh, Charlotte.
and
Goodness
turning
me.
off the lights.
Oh, naked. I never done naked cinema. Like, you've gone somewhere different there on that one. Yeah. So, yeah. I don't know.
And your sexy TV does like shining different colours on the wall.
Yes,
and
I haven't.
stuff.
Well, yeah. When I bought it last year.
Ambilight.
Ambilight. Yeah.
Why is it doing two fucking Streamlabs things in a row
I
again?
don't know.
Bullshit.
Yeah, around the edge of my TV, it puts colours onto the back of the wall for what is on the TV. So when we're watching, excuse me, American football and there's a lot of green, it puts green on the wall, and it does it in the various bits of areas. So if it's green in the top right, it will do green in the top right and the other colours. So it's really good. So it expands it out. And we thought, oh, is it a gimmick? Well, the TV's cheap. It's Black Friday, but I love it.
There's a certain blue tint behind us now. I guess because of all of the grey of OBS studio.
Yeah. Don't they have adult cinema on the States?
Yeah, that's more the people.
What's in that bag of popcorn?
It's not really a cinema, it's a titty bank.
Do you know what? We don't have that sort of thing,
No.
really. I mean, not like the same way the States do.
No, you can't even touch the strippers here.
No, it's outrageous. That's nap for sure.
Anthrax Nova, back off, you won't want it.
So I couldn't stream last night because I had curry.
Yeah.
So that's another thing that was hap. Bloody, oh my god, lamb curry, wine.
Bloody curry, wow.
Bloody curry. What? Oh, I didn't put a nap. Nothing. Oh. Things that are nap. Let's talk about things that are nap. We talked about a lot of haps and naps in here. Nap Cineworld. I haven't got a nap. There's literally nothing written in that section on the wall.
I mean, you probably won't think my nap is nap, but I think my nap is nap, and you may think it's hap. And what I think is nap is that this dickhead is pissing off to Belgium for a month. This Saturday.
So
When
you're doing your 12 hours.
I am doing my 12-hour stream on Saturday. And then next week, when we come to do this show, which will still continue, but it will be a return to socially distanced. Don't get me started.
Yeah, you better believe that socially distance is like 200 miles across.
A whole month, yeah.
A whole.
Yeah.
Well,
what up, shit fuckers?
Whoop whoop. Eddie Stone in the house. Always B curry. A always B C curry.
Curry going in, curry coming out.
Curry going in. Oh, I mean, I don't want to get into this, but let's talk. Oh, I don't even talk about it. Today has been a fucking write-off for my asshole. Anyway, so always be curry. You can't always be curry because like that is you probably just shit yourself to death, right?
The Indians beg to differ.
Don't know
how they do it.
I don't. Well, they're probably a lot more used to it than
I envy those guys.
Always be curry. Well, I don't. I lost the thread.
Charlotte says my cat won't kiss me. That's nap.
A whole month? No, but yeah, a whole month. I would stay for longer, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to. So yes, once again, we get to see the delights of my girlfriend's house. You'll enjoy that on Cocktails and Bullshit. She'll enjoy not being.
It's basically just a wall.
Yeah, that little office is tiny.
Office.
Yeah, you have to sit and watch. Yeah.
Yeah. But they will be the first. Don't get me started. That we have done socially distant.
Yeah, everything else has been here.
Yeah, you may remember that the predecessor to this, Co-Video Killed the Radio Star, was all socially distant.
Yes, it was.
We finally got our ass together, born out of the fact that we couldn't do the thing we wanted to, which was this, basically.
So, cool. So that means our man in Belgium, that's me, will be in Belgium from Saturday. Please don't rob my house. But it doesn't matter. You can't rob my house because there's nothing in it because I take everything with me to Belgium.
Take everything with
Take everything with me.
He packs his car.
Someone came round. It was like, someone robbed this place already. Yeah, me.
We can replace Alex easily. Just stick a wig on a pumpkin and stick a printout of his face on it.
Yeah, but it would be silent. You'd need to put like a tape recorder in it saying,
it's true.
Have you watched Hamilton yet? It's really fucking good. Check it out on Disney Plus.
Always be sat saying nothing. This is a pumpkin. Doesn't have to
he can provide voice. That pumpkin isn't talking to itself. What's
like I can't remember what it's called, but there's a remote Sheldon on what's the show called? My brain's died.
What's on the Sheldon?
Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
It's basically an iPad with his face on it and a remote, controlled robot.
Yeah, that drives around. Yeah.
So I don't even need to leave the house anymore.
Was this when he felt like everything was like germs were everywhere and he wanted to just yeah.
God, if that show was still going now throughout this coronavirus, that would be a whole other level of Sheldonism.
Asda have a curry pizza, just saying. That does sound amazing. What I will say about Asda, pocket tap, that's has the price.
Hey.
Hey.
Breaking news.
Hey now, breaking news. Do we have a breaking news sting? I wish we did. That'd be amazing.
Well, we've got this. Yeah. Asda has been sold.
Really?
Yeah. It was owned by Walmart, and now it has been sold to some eccentric billionaire.
Really?
Yeah, like a British... I think they're brothers.
Huh.
But they've bought Asda from Walmart, so it's...
Wow. I wonder how that's going to change
British
things.
hands.
No wonder they... And their first thing they
Issa
did...
Brothers. Yeah, I said it. I said Issa Brothers.
It's the brothers.
I want their name, Charlotte.
No one. Then their first thing to do when they took it over was got that dickhead to do a shit advert and not say Asda.
God.
Oh, Eddie Stone, I can do your voice. All it is Big Lebowski and Rosencrantz and Guildenstern quotes. Guildenstern quotes. Yeah, it is actually. I mean, I know you know me really well, but that is basically it.
That's as much as you're getting from me.
Consistency is all I ask.
Sounds like someone's getting fired.
I love it if the Issa brothers turn up and say to you, Charlotte, we're going to disown you. Get out of here.
Hello, Charlotte. Issa me. Issa one.
Issa me, Mario.
You're fired. Also, don't think it's fully bought yet, but it should happen. Yeah, well, didn't the last
we just
year,
did breaking news. It's done. It's a done deal.
Yeah. Last year, you were supposed to be being bought by Sainsbury's, and that fell through.
Oh,
so,
yeah. That was going to
we'll
be...
It's a Mario.
It's a Mario Brothers.
Well, you can bugger off. I don't think that's very nice, Charlotte, actually. Captain Sora, put her on timeout for a minute. That's rude.
Do you know what I love about American football is I sit at home doing this.
Yeah.
No one can see me. Plus, I'm talking to myself, and I'm just like I'm sitting in the last 2 minutes of an NFL game, like with like Kansas City Chiefs. And I'm like,
yeah.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Take a timeout. What are you doing?
I love how she is like totally freaking out now, and as a result, not spelling anything correctly.
Don't you fair?
Don't you fair? I mean, dare.
Don't fuckers.
When that's supposed to be for FFS for fuck's sake. She's put
fuckers. Is it for fuck's sake or is it for fuck's sake plural?
For fuck's
for
sake.
Fuck's sake, or is it for fuck?
No, it's sake belonging to fuck.
Hmm.
So it's for fuck's. For fuck apostrophe S is sake. For fuck's sake.
Okay, for the sake of fuck.
I believe so.
Mm-hmm.
I may be wrong.
You may
it
be
has
right.
been known to happen once, possibly.
Didn't someone look into the Sainsbury's buyout and found out they're embezzling or something, so it fell through? Well, I don't like to comment on something I don't really know without a source on that one. All I know is I wish it had happened because my job would have been just slightly easier if they'd have put two accounts I had to deal with into one. To become
FGS is for goodness sake.
For goodness sake.
I think you'll find. No.
Okay. I think we've done This Is Happening. Would you like to move on to a different segment of the show?
I would. And I think what I would like to move on to next, and not give you the choice, is this.
Wank Basket of the Week.
That's okay, because I wasn't feeling in a particularly improvising mood, so I wasn't up. But anyway, yes. So, well, we don't always have a wank basket. By the way, Tim came round the other day, and he sat where you're sitting, and Tim looked up at the thing where it said wank basket OTW, and he went, "What's wank basket? Why have you got wank basket written on your wall?" And I was just like, well, maybe if you watched our fucking show, you'd know. I didn't say that. So tell us.
You should have said that.
I should have said that. Well, yeah, I should have said that.
Fuck people that don't watch our show.
Fuck those guys.
I said it.
Yeah.
So, as is often the case,
I'll leave you. I'm going to get some Coke.
Almost exclusively in the wank basket of the week segment. Our wank basket of the week is chat. Pause for dramatic effect.
Or pause because they have to wait, don't they?
Yeah, lag and then typing and then pressing enter.
Well, you're going to... Me! It is. It's Charlotte.
Correct.
Oh, fucking hell, Charlotte.
Woo!
styling and profiling. Yeah, we don't like... Yeah, Charlotte, wank basket of the week. Always complaining, disowning everybody. Unfortunately, no, Charlotte. It isn't you. Not on this occasion.
And Streamlabs, that's not right either, but you can check out all of the merchandise available on our Redbubble page. Anyone who doesn't watch this show is an immense, irredeemable clunt.
You heard it here first. He's right. I want that on a pillow. We should...
right there.
Yeah, just here. Just here.
Yeah. It'd have to be a big pillow.
The answer for the subject of who is the subject of Wank Basket is...
Yeah, I thought it was fairly obvious, but I guess not. It's Donald Trump!
It's Donald Trump! Hooray!
Because, you fucking know, don't you?
I mean, what the fuck is going on in the world? It is insane. Did we talk about this on the other day on Cocktail?
Well, I think we very briefly touched on it, but this prick fucking faked having COVID, didn't he? Let's be completely clear about it.
Is that how it...
Well, of course he did. There's no way that this fucking...
thing has gone.
Like 70-year-old plus dickhead who feasts on cheeseburgers each day.
Yeah.
And doesn't have a healthy bone in his body.
Yeah.
Got COVID 1 week. Spent 3 days in hospital where he had to be put on oxygen. And then was released from hospital and had a team of doctors say that he was totally fine now.
Oh, so I see.
He didn't fake it. He's faking being better. No, I don't think he is. I think he faked the whole thing. Because...
he's faking something.
You look at the timing of it. All of the stuff that came out that happened last week. The release about the fact that he hasn't paid anything more than $750 of tax in the last 20 years plus. That was a huge scandal. And now all of a sudden, because he got COVID, we forgot. It's not in the news cycle anymore. He had a terrible, terrible showing in the debate against Joe Biden. Joe Biden made him look like even more of an asshole than he actually is.
Yep.
That too is enough, really.
He's supposed Nova's got the hot take on this one because Nova is American. He's supposedly got an experimental cocktail of drugs. I mean, I like experimental cocktails. That less than 10 people have got. Kind of sus. He is sus.
Let me tell you, as the uncrowned but worthy king of experimental cocktails.
Yes.
No. Fuck you, Trump. He faked it. I will accept either option of he faked having COVID or he is faking being better.
There's a fake. Faker's going to fake.
If he is faking being better, it'll become very clear in the coming weeks
when he dies.
Whether that's the case. Either when he dies, which fingers crossed, or the entire White House staff get COVID. That's going to be hard to hide, even for the fascist in chief. My instinct when it came out was that he was faking, but there are clips where it's obvious they've edited coughs out.
See, now I haven't watched a lot of this. All I saw was he said he got it. I don't know what the play is. I mean, I haven't really looked into it that deeply, but I don't know what the play is to say, I take myself out of this. If you're saying, we did so bad in that debate and all these other bits and pieces, that we say you've got COVID for two reasons. One, so we take you out of that and we reset, then, like when Rain stops playing, you were just about to lose at a tennis match, and then Rain stops playing, and you think, thank God for that, I was getting fucking beaten in there. I'm glad we had a timeout. And basically to take you out of that situation, and then also to have a miraculous recovery. So it could have been that. But I just think
it's not even about the miraculous recovery. It's about the fact that he can now stand on a pedestal and said, this COVID thing isn't a big deal.
Yeah.
No.
I do think the most obvious...
COVID bossed it, mate. So let's just open everything, yeah? No, let's not deal with... Let's just treat it like the flu. And that's...
Yeah, didn't two of his aides recently get diagnosed with COVID? For me, for my money, the most obvious answer... Occam's razor, there we are. Occam's razor. They said he had it. He had it. I just think that I think he's faking being better. I think he's faking. I think he got it, and now he's being a proper cunt about it.
I think he's a cunt. That's. If I know one thing,
there's a lie somewhere in there. Sorry, I started reading what Nova. There's a lie somewhere. I don't know what he's lying about. He's lying about some shit.
Is his mouth open? He's lying.
Fuck
that guy. Please, America.
Do the right thing.
Do the right thing.
Do the right thing.
I know that Biden isn't particularly palatable.
I'm fine with Biden.
But just anyone but him. And
the thing about it is, every time
I
look at Trump, he makes me cringe every time I look at Biden, he just makes me think he's some white old politician dude who's just like doing his shit, getting his day.
That's the problem.
Just like, I have no problem with that.
You nailed it. White old politician dude.
Yeah, but it's fine.
But it's fine. His running mate
seems reasonable.
is not a white old politician man. So
this is a different issue. It's like kind of representation of kind of what you're trying to do here. But I'm just like, I'll take a regular dude over. We should watch West Wing. We should do a West Wing. I can't speak. West Wing watch. A West Wing watching.
West Wing watch-along.
Massachusetts is a blue state, so our electoral votes will go to him. It's everywhere, and it's everywhere else I'm worried about.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? I didn't know it was. So there's no kind of like, you're not a swing state. I don't know. I mean, I don't look into it.
What's the word I'm looking for? Consistently vote blue.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's everywhere else you're worried about. So you're.
That's where we went over. Don't worry.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well.
So yeah, Trump, wank basket of the decade.
Yeah, I was gonna say
millennium.
Every segment now.
Wank Trump biscuit of the week.
Yeah, and there's Eddie Stone. Hope he doesn't die though. Can't put a corpse in jail.
He's not going to go to jail though.
No, he's not going to die. And he's not going to go to jail. These things.
He's already been impeached. He's already been proven to be a criminal in office.
And they still didn't do anything with him.
And I think people lose interest in convicting a bitter old man the moment he's out of office. So I don't think he does go to jail.
Why do all presidents need to be old dudes? I want to see an 18-year-old dictate. What is it? Was it going to be dictated that 420 is a national holiday, and when you turn 69, you get a check in the post for $69.
Yeah, they have that. It's called Canada.
I was going to say Justin Trudeau.
There is an age requirement. Yeah, you have to be over 35. Is it? Is it 35 or is it 45? I seem to remember Obama only just skirting in when he was starting to go for it. An age requirement put in place by old white dudes. Preach. Anyway, I think this has got more political than any other episode, and so we should probably move on, being as I gave up politics last December.
You did.
And we can move on to the core wall, which is totally not ripped off from Top Gear.
Yes.
And still...
Don't worry, Charlotte, we're moving the fuck along.
Does not have a sting.
Still doesn't have a sting. Yeah. Cool wall. So the way this works is you're going to tell us things. You're going to say things on the wall, and we're going to decide if it's hap, nap, mega hap, or mega nap.
Correct.
By the way,
let's start.
Yes.
Yeah, I was
sitting in a really. I don't think you can see it on the stream. Like my legs are in a really.
Where that was
that's my leg, and this is my other leg.
Well, let's just quickly, because it's a nice and easy one to put on the wall. Trump.
Mega nap.
Mega nap.
Mega nap. That's how it works.
A whole new category. Super mega nap.
Super mega nap.
He's the only thing on there that's super mega nap.
Super mega nap.
Puppies.
Do you mean puppies?
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Puppies.
Puppies are cute.
Yeah, but they grow up to be dogs.
Do you not like dogs?
I don't.
Oh. But that's not the question.
No, the question is puppies.
You must like puppies.
I like other people's puppies. I don't want a puppy.
I think you're overthinking this. Are you think? Oh, maybe they're thinking of like Jerry the King Lawless puppies.
JR.
Puppies, JR. Look at the puppies. Well, that doesn't happen anymore, does it? Just saying, like, there's none of that sort of old Attitude Era sexism and anymore. Is there? I don't know. I don't watch it anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I would be willing to defer to you because it's going to be the common.
Puppies are hap, aren't they? I mean, I don't really care about puppies all that much. I don't have a dog, and I never had a dog. But puppies, especially is your dog a puppy? It looks quite small. I don't know if it lets it. Not knowing about dogs, I don't know if Spock has reached its dog size or if it's just small naturally. But puppies are hap.
I think actually Spock is a cat masquerading as a dog.
Do you think?
Yeah, he's definitely seems.
He's a dog.
He definitely seems more cat-like.
Cats, puppies, cats.
Cats. Well, that one I can nail. Straight off the bat.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cats are hap?
Cats are hap.
Cats are hap. Not a mega hap.
Unless it's the night time, in which case they're nap.
What's this? Nova Charter. The Jez Show and Captain Zorro channel points now on Nova Charter's channel. Hap or nap? No, channel points on Nova Charter's channel. I don't think I follow.
I don't think I follow either.
But does that mean what we can use their points on his channel. You can use points on you and points on Will's.
I don't really know.
I don't know,
but please clarify, and
we
will be happy to give it a rating.
Ultra mega hap.
I made a channel point redemption to play clips for you guys. Oh, okay. I did think that maybe where it was going. I haven't got there yet because you started streaming about 2 hours after I went to sleep last night, so I haven't quite got to there yet. I'm going to have to go and check this out. But he's not the only one that has made clips of me and him as part of the channel redemptions.
No.
Justin Classic 1, who tuned in the other day.
Oh, yeah, I know.
He has made Nova Charter's Scant Twirl point redemption. So when you redeem 200 channel points, it plays the clip of him twirling.
That's amazing. Twirling, always twirling.
And a fresh one that I went and checked out today is my quote from Saturday night saying, "I'm not drunk, I'm just stupid." Which is as accurate now as it was then.
Eddie Stone, I just watched a dog breaking the dog world long jump record, and it was fucking awesome. I'm not surprised. I love watching dogs.
Dog world long jump record.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is that longer than the human long jump record?
I don't know. When I watch these dogs at Crufts, and they're all running around the place, there's always one dog that fucks it up, and that's the one we always love to watch, where the dog's just running around the place, picking up shit and
Like, in the interest of equality and equity in 2020, surely we should have an even playing ground with the dogs, and it should just be a world long jump record.
I'd like to see that. Keris has been lurking.
Man versus dog.
And here she is. Welcome, Keris. Thank you very much.
Woo! Thanks for the bits.
Little bits. Jez bits.
If you save them up, I would suggest. Because today I finished what I had started last night on the stream. On my video game streams, you can use bits to activate jump scares and try and scare the shit out of me.
Oh, really?
So that's going to be fun on my 12-hour stream, as I'm happily 10 hours in going, oh my fucking god, kill me now, because it's been long and I'm hungry and I need to go to the toilet. And then all of a sudden, a fucking headless Mickey Mouse jumps out at me and screeches in my ear.
I think one of the jump scares should be me going, ah!
that would scare me.
Right in the middle of the scream.
Yeah.
Scream? The screen.
Maybe I'll make that a top tier. I got more. Okay, well.
Is it like that bit in the Friends episode where they realise that Monica has to dance whenever they put a quarter in the jukebox, and then Joey just drops all these quarters onto the table? It's like, oh man. That's what it's going to be like.
Nova tested it out for me yesterday. The lowest tier one is a weird red morph suit kind of guy that just goes.
I need to sort out my stream and put all this crazy cool shit in there. That's coming. Indeed. It's one of those things that
it's coming.
Everything.
It's coming.
Oh, it's happening. We're all joining in. It's going to be great.
Do we have anything else for the cool wall that totally isn't ripped off from Top Gear?
If not, we'll move along. We can sing these things. There's lots of happy things here. Nothing's been bad so far.
Yeah, apart from the orange Führer.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on. Hey, do you know what do you want to do? Do you want to do?
No, I think I want to do the other thing first.
Right, go on then. This is something, and then we're going to do the segment we like to call "Haters Gonna Hate."
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks.
No thanks.
Now that's stuck in your head again.
I bloody love it.
You are welcome.
I hope you enjoy my wonderful. I've switched up to an autumnal autumnal, because obviously normally I wear my Levi's red thing or white, and I'd hope you notice I've gone for a little kind of a white t-shirt underneath the. So it's all.
It's kind of hard to work out the t-shirt aspect.
No, well, it's hard to do, really. There should be a little kind of layer aspect. That's what I'm trying to do here. But anyway, it's autumn and it's cozy. So that's why I'm looking like this. More jumpers to come. I'm sure you're looking forward to it. Now, haters gonna hate. We decided now that we are going to hate on shit that you tell us to hate.
Mm-hmm.
So say a thing in the stream, in the chat, and we will hate on it. Just like we did last time. Can't remember what we picked last time.
I can't either. I was
No.
drinking
I did
But
hate
whatever it is.
It was nuggets. It was nuggets, wasn't it?
Nuggets,
Someone said
yeah,
nuggets. I had to
yeah.
hate on bloody
Yeah.
nuggets.
So whatever you choose, whether we like it or not, we need to hate on it. Hell's Kitchen.
Can I hate
Okay.
on? Do you want to hate on that?
I don't mind.
I don't know, because I get the impression you quite like Hell's
I
Kitchen.
do.
Oh, no, you take it then.
Okay.
You take it because anyway, yeah.
Cool. All right. So I don't even know.
That's a really good one, by the way. That's a really neat one.
I don't even know how this starts anymore. But don't get me started on Hell's Kitchen because it's headed by Gordon Ramsay in the first instance, and all that guy fucking does is rant and swear and just generally kick off at absolute nonsense. I mean, who does that? Who brings out a show that's purely aimed at ranting and kicking off
and swearing
and giving people a hard time? What a cunt. So you've got Ramsay at the top of this, first of all, and then you've got a bunch of fucking no-hopers that just turn up and
week after week,
well, it's the same group week after week,
yeah,
but
propping this guy's up.
That doesn't mean that they get any better. Nor does it mean that they've actually been vetted in the first place. All the people that turned up are supposed to be world class. It takes them until like fucking week 16 of 18 to actually put a fucking meal on a plate without being twats. Like, the premise is fine, but all of a sudden, you've got a team of dickheads who spend more time arguing with each other than actually trying to learn from the supposed greatest chef in the world.
Yeah.
All of the kicking dickheads off power goes to Ramsay, and he just tends to keep people around because they're entertaining rather than actually being decent cooks. Except they're not that entertaining. It's entertainment in the medium of pissing everyone off and fighting in the little dorm barrack things that they
So
have.
they have. I don't think I've watched this, so I don't know. I guess they
Yeah,
bring up
so
dorm
Hell's
barracks.
Kitchen itself isn't an actual restaurant as such. It's a set
Yes.
where they have the kitchen and they bring in like celebrities and extras and things to be the restaurateurs, or not the restaurateurs, what am I looking
Restaurantees?
Restaurantees, the diners, if you will.
Yes.
And then
Eater's going to eat.
Above this premises are their dorms where they live, a male dorm and a female dorm.
So it's like Temptation Island, but without the temptation and just food.
Without the temptation, without the island, without the sexiness.
Man.
Yeah.
Imagine if they sold it like that one, by the way. I sense you're kind of coming to a conclusion about that. But I imagine like, we got an idea for this thing called Hell's Kitchen. It's like, what it's like? It's like Temptation Island. Oh man, I love that show. So, except there's no sexy women, and we bring in a bullying cunt. It's like, right. How's this work again?
Coming this fall to Fox.
He is, sometimes he's a real horrible. I remember that time you went to Rock Salt and the guy was rambling.
The guy was in proper Ramsay form.
Yeah.
I've not been back to Rock Salt since then.
No.
I should probably tell that story. Rock Salt is a kind of, gourmet Ramsay-esque type of restaurant headed by Mark Sargent.
Correct.
Who is a person.
Yes.
And
local in Folkestone. This is in Folkestone.
Yes. The premises has a window on the outside where you can look into the kitchen and watch the chefs doing their thing, doing their cooking. And so, stood there watching, and the head chef, who is not Mark Sargent, it's some other dickhead that he's hired. I think it's a different chef now. Probably it was 8.
It was a long time ago now.
A very long time ago. Wasn't long after I met you.
Could that mean we can go there now?
No, shut up. It wasn't long after I met you, actually. But so I'm looking through the window, and young chef durdles up to head chef with his plate and presents it to him, and in a totally Ramsay-esque way, rejects the plate and berates the kid. I'm fine with that. Got to learn by any means necessary.
Plater's going to
play.
But
where Ramsay would do something like push the plate into his apron and make him a bit dirty or something like that. This fucking chef launched the fucking plate at him. I'm like, no, that's not okay. And then after he'd launched the plate at him, the guy obviously dodged out of the way and it just shattered everywhere. He's like, fucking picking up other bits of it and fucking throwing it at him, and then fucking hands him a dustpan and brush and says, "Tidy it up." It's like, is this for real? Is this for real? So
is it reality? Or were you part of a?
Or was it just a TV screen?
Yeah,
and you're like the Truman Show. So like, I went back into the premises to speak to the maitre d' manager. I asked to speak to the manager and explained what I just saw. He was like, yes, that is his way. I'm sorry, what? That is his way. No, this is an unsafe working
I'm telling
environment.
You now.
Like, this is not the way. I've seen Hell's Kitchen. Not even Ramsay's is bad. Like,
so
Ramsay likes to squash through or throw at walls. Yes, but there is no inherent danger in anything Ramsay does. He is a bastard to them. He will hurt their feelings. That's fine. But to launch a plate at someone who is ostensibly learning under your wing, that is a full-on dick move.
Yes,
and I'm not okay with that.
I'm not okay with it.
And so while we used to go for cocktails at Rock Salt on a Friday after work, that ceased immediately, and I have not been back since. And Carrie cries about it every single week.
I will say,
if Charlotte brings me beans on toast and there's at least one cold bean, I'll launch the plate at the neighbour's cat in protest.
I put my foot through the plate and send Heinz the bill.
Fuck this shit in your face.
Don't get me started on triple cheese.
We were going to get there, Eddie. Don't worry. I've just continued this rant.
Someone else said rum, by the way, and I can't take rum because I'm not a big fan of rum anyway. But...
I'll take rum afterwards. Okay. But you can do the triple cheeseburger.
Like, what the fuck is the point of the triple cheeseburger? I had another one of them the other day when I was around at your house, and I'm like, oh my god.
Wait, I didn't have one today.
So, what is the point of the triple cheeseburger? When I thought, oh my god, it's going to be amazing, I was fooled like you were fooled. We all love the double cheeseburger, and someone at McDonald's went, let's just stick another patty in there. But suddenly I was like, this is going to be amazing. This is going to be great. When I put it in my mouth, I'm like, it's just a taller version of the burger I already have. What the fuck is the point? There's no innovation here. It's just it's just the same thing expanded a little bit bigger. I may as well just do what I normally do, which is buy 2 double cheeseburgers and just eat them, not at the same time. I'm not crazy. I'm not like sitting there like this eating them. I could do, but I'm not. So there was me, fooled like the rest of us, thinking it was innovative.
If you want more meat in your mouth, send me your address.
Well, hey, look, if you want to send me you see, that's the thing.
It's very kind of him to offer to mail you triple cheeseburgers. They'll probably be cold by the time they get here, Captain Soro.
Yeah, that is true. See last time's DGMS. But, yeah, triple cheeseburgers. Ultimately, so much, it's style over content, that's what I want to say. Everyone thinks it's new, it's bigger, it's better. It's just the same. There's just more of the same. And more of the same is derivative. It's not original. So fuck the triple cheeseburger.
I only read the first part of that Nova, and I was like, this is the edgiest thing to come out of Nova Charter's mouth in all of the times ever. Double fisting. Double patty burgers, like an American.
Double fisting. By the way,
okay.
He's absolutely right.
That is a different line of subjects.
Now, I love that you said, because double fisting, when we speak about having 2 drinks, we're double parked. Which, being a parking aspect, you have no problem with, obviously. No. But in America, it's double fisting, which suggests something a little more sexy, or not sexy, because I can't imagine how that would be sexy ever. But yes, double fisting, double fisting. This is the place. What I want, I'll tell you what I want.
What you really, really want
is 2 big tasties. One big tasty in one hand, and another big tasty in another hand. And this is me. Big tasty, big tasty. That is me. That's my life complete. That's what I want.
I want a big tasty in both of my hands.
Big tasty. I bloody love a big tasty. I'm telling you now, I think that might be the best. Right. I hated on triple cheeseburger. Do you want to hate on rum?
Trip cheese.
Trip cheese. Also, some fucker called it a trip cheese, like a cunt, and another person agreed with him, and 2 of them both thought it was a clever way of saying it, and they're both pricks.
Then we posited, as he almost did, the merging of 2 double cheeseburgers to make a quad cheese.
Oh yeah, but
And then the merging of 3 double cheeseburgers or 2 triple cheeseburgers to make a hex cheese. Or a
Hex.
Or a hacking cheese, if you prefer.
a double fisty sweep. By the way, and now that you said that, Eddie,
This sounds like an in-joke.
It is an in-joke, right? So basically, round the corner from where Eddie lived was a tiny little sweet shop, and it was run by a strange little small woman. And he told me that she was unable to say the word 50p. Right? This is in a place called Cherry Stones, which don't look for it. It's not there anymore. But it was there, and she would sell sweets, and apparently she couldn't say the word 50, as in 50 pence, okay? And she couldn't say the word 3. So instead of saying 50,
see where this is going.
if she says, instead of saying 50, she says fisty, and instead of 3, she says swee. And Duncan told me this. Well, there you go. Duncan told me this, and so if you go and buy something that's worth 53p, she then has to say how much the price is. So she'll just say the. So I was like, oh my god. So we went into this little shop and I bought like something worth this, that, and the other, just to make the amount, and then bought a few penny sweets just to make the amount like what it was. And she said, 50 sweet pea, please. And I went, yes, she actually says it. It's amazing. She says it in a way that is such an arsehole-ish thing to say. And she said to him, your friend is a very rude boy. And she was right. Fisty sweet. And now she's dead.
Big tasty in each hand, barbecue sauce on my titties, fistful of fries in my milkshake, like it's meant to be.
Yeah, that's what we want.
I think we dream different.
Barbecue, we dream the same dream. I want the same thing. Barbecue sauce on your tits. It's a bit like, that's the kind of thing that Captain Brilliant would do.
He would.
Do you want to hate on rum?
I don't want to, but I suppose I have
Because
to. Right?
I think rum is overrated, so I can't take it.
Well, I'm going to roll with you. And rum is overrated. Because first of all, they can't even decide what rum is. There is different classifications of rum. Like, if you go for vodka, it's just vodka.
Mm-hmm.
There's no, like, white vodka, dark vodka, spiced vodka. Like, it's just fucking vodka. So why do we have to have so many different varieties of rum? And then cunts come along and try and add extra flavour to it and make things like sultana rum and bullshit like that. Fucking entitled pricks. It's just too much. A coconut rum, dark rum, see? It gets worse. It gets absolutely
and
fucking
try and make
worse.
a cocktail when you don't have the right rum. Doesn't work.
Yeah, you start complaining that it tastes like an oil slick or something. So there are too many different types of rum. And then you try to mix them and you decide that you don't really know what it mixes with because see above.
Yes.
You buy a special kind of rum that has like mango and pineapple in it, and your wife complains that it tastes like desk cleaner. It's just a really excellent way of complicating your life beyond all reason. So just drink fucking vodka.
Yeah.
Spiced vodka
Yes.
for the win.
People disagree. Karis disagrees with you, though. There you go. She says you're wrong. That's what that means.
Don't think she understands this segment. I thought if anybody understood this segment, it would be my own wife, but
Man, every time I read Big Tasty in each hand, I just want a Big Tasty in both of my hands. And I want to smash them together like Stone Cold and then just drop them into my face. Breaking the glass. Going up, hitting every corner of the ring. Just smashing.
She meant you.
Oh, well,
When
I'm
you said
wrong.
rum is overrated.
Oh, yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah.
I don't think I am, actually.
Shut up and get me some rum.
I think I'm right. Anyway, yeah, and then I'd go onto each of the wrestling ring turnbuckles and someone will chuck me 2 Big Tasties
that'd be amazing.
and I'll catch them, smash them together, and I'll go to the next corner and they'll throw me 2 Big
Some
Tasties.
lettuce would fly out
Yeah,
in the
always-
same way that some of the beer flew out. Cheeseburger rum. Hey, bacon vodka was a thing, so cheeseburger rum might be...
Mate, you're now the person to do that.
I know, right?
That's your entire role now.
What would it go with? I suppose it would go with the same kind of thing, some kind of acidy type mixer so that the fattiness would kind of cut with it.
What I want is a little kind of McDonald's. I don't know, like a patty, like a disc of a patty, just garnished on the side like that. Just like a kind of like
a whole double cheeseburger. Just slice it to the center. Just
that'd be amazing.
Yeah, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna make this happen.
The problem with rum, if I will, if you
Captain Sorrow,
is that the problem is that one time I was obsessed, as everybody was at the time, with Cubans, spiced rum, and I once got incredibly drunk on spiced rum and then threw up the spiced rum everywhere.
The whiskey paradox.
And Eddie Stone, who I lived with at the time, thought that I was dead. And so...
No, I will. You, Alex.
And so as a result, after that, if you've had something that you then can't drink again or can't eat again or something like that. But also, I don't know, I like some rum. I like the rum we had in the Romulan ale. Romulan ale.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that.
Yes,
that's nice.
Indeed.
Yeah, that's good.
And you like that rum that the two different types of rum. The rum that you bought me from Belgium.
Yeah, I like
time,
that rum.
And the rum that you brought round just before you went to Belgium.
Smith and Crosses.
Yeah,
that's my favourite.
Which was the one that you put in the Romulan ale, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I like that one. I think some of them...
Yeah, that's why I can't drink whiskey. Can't even smell it. Yep. I can't handle Prosecco. No, you can't handle Lambrini either, or whatever it was.
You can't literally handle it, physically handle it, because it doesn't...
been drunk.
Yeah, it's done. Okay. Shall we move on from... I think we've hated
enough.
Let us close things out with the final segment.
Mm-hmm.
A segment we like to call Am I the Arsehole?
Am I the asshole? No, it's the children who are wrong.
If you had this week as the first week that Alex wouldn't laugh at the sting, you have lost your money.
This survivor pool continues. Oh dear, it's still so funny.
My money's on DGMS 37, by the way.
I don't even think about it. Now you've put it into my head. No, I won't. I love it. I always love these things. It is. It's so good, mate. It's so good. Right. We've got two. Mm-hmm. Do you want to go first or do you want to go second?
We always do the short one first. Should we do the long one first this time?
Then
Lord knows that Alex likes to talk, so... Oh no, I've got the long one this week.
You've got you said to me earlier, do you want the short one? And I was like, that's fine by me. I'm not gonna be that guy every time. So you go ahead
first.
Let's
first. See if I press the right button. Hooray, that's a lot of text.
Definitely
Oh, look at that, it's just you.
Do you want to swap? Hello?
No, I'll just fix it. Hold on.
Do you want to sit where I'm sitting?
No, I'll just fix it. It's easier. It's not very professional, but it needs to be fixed. So
that's okay. Everyone. I see nothing wrong with it. Oh, here we are.
This was Alex upgrading his software and going to the HD version of DroidCam.
Yeah, I spent £5 for my actual money to make me look better. That's money fucking well spent.
The same will happen again when I go to the other. I might be arsehole in a moment, but we'll cross that twat when we come to it. Right,
do it.
My husband in 2019 lost his job. Great, this is going to be easy to read, obviously. Of 10 years and had to take up very low-paying ones. My daughter, 15. It's a weird name to call your kid, but okay.
By the way, I just say I found these, so it's on me if they're terrible. But I remember this one now. Carry on.
My daughter, 15, has been doing commercials, modelling and acting jobs since she was 6. Since 2020, my husband's income has been cut even more. I don't work and have never worked. As such, most of the money we use has come from my daughter, who says she wants to use her nest egg to help us out with stuff like rent for the house we live in right now, as opposed to any past houses that you don't have to pay for anymore, utilities, and she bought me a really nice tote for my birthday. What is this family? Anyway. My daughter has worked
those expensive
non-stop
totes
for nearly 10 years, and now she wants to have some fun with her friends. Read, she wants to get laid because she's 15. However, my husband decides to get strict and tell her that her curfew is 11 p.m. She decides on Monday to go out with friends from the neighbourhood. My husband texts her at 11:05 and says if she's not home in 15 minutes, then we're going to have a problem because she didn't call ahead. She sends back, I'll be home when the Uber I decide to call pulls up to the damn driveway. Don't forget to turn off the lights I pay for.
Oh, snap! Oh, no, she didn't!
She gets home at 12:30.
Seems reasonable.
And my husband is mad at her snark, and her rule breaking, and grounds her for 3 days. Tuesday morning, he goes away to see his mom with cancer. This is getting better, obviously. He calls later saying that he's going to be gone for a couple of days because she's in bad shape.
No kidding.
Tuesday afternoon, I tell my daughter that I'm ungrounding her, and her dad was wrong to ground her.
Flag on the play.
And we cannot begin to repay her for her support. I feel like my husband's curfew is stupid because she's homeschooled and doesn't need to wake up early. Second, my husband tries to treat her like a child, yet apparently thinks she's adult enough to pay nearly all our bills. I think it's hypocritical, and the "my house, my rules" is being abused by our daughter. Because our daughter is the one paying for most of our expenses from our own money. Can you spend some of this money on some fucking English lessons, please, lady?
She does modelling. She doesn't need to speak English.
No, it's not. It's the mother.
Oh, I see. Sorry.
She's spending all her money on totes. She needs to spend it on fucking English lessons. Am
Beans
I
on
the
totes.
arsehole? I feel like my husband is robbing our daughter of her agency.
Yeah.
And this is a shitty way of repaying her for her supporting us until he finds better work. My husband found out she was at a house party through Instagram and is texting me angry messages, but I texted back that he had no right to ground her in the first place. Star, bracket star, whatever that means.
Oh, that might have been my bit. No, maybe that was them. There's a lot of. So let's get this straight, right? This girl from the age of 6 has been modelling and doing acting and commercial, and built up a load of money. During which time the husband doesn't have
had a well-paying job, so did not want for anything.
Yeah. And then, basically, he didn't have a job, lost the job, got less money, and now the child, the daughter,
is the breadwinner.
Is the breadwinner in the house, and he's fucked off. So when she goes out too late, he grounds her, and she's like, I pay for the whole fucking house, motherfucker. What are you gonna do?
I do what I want.
I do what I want. She is an ass for not getting a job. Can't tell me she isn't able. Oh, you mean the mother?
That's the first aspect here. Is yes. At no point did it come up that she might need to get a job because her husband is going through hard times. They all sound like assholes. Yes. Once again, Captain Sora, you have hit the nail on the top of the head. Which one's the parent? Doesn't matter who earns more and who pays for what. You're the parent, you parent. Right. And if we look at the actual crux of the question, whether she is the arsehole or not, yes, she is the arsehole because as parents, they are a team.
Yeah.
And whether or not she believed that her husband has been unreasonable, which perhaps he has, not going to argue that. But when one parent hands down the punishment to their child, the other parent just goes, okay, fine, yeah, that is the punishment.
Yeah,
I will suck it up. I will talk to my husband about it and say, look, this is unfair. Maybe you should reconsider, but not just go, you are fucking wrong, mate.
With a wave of my hand,
you go and get fucking DP'd by your friends, honey. You carry on.
That's next week's Am I the Arsehole? Literally. Yes, the kid doesn't sound like an arsehole. It just sounds like a kid. Like the kid's just going having a bit of fun. Now she might have been a bit snarky, but I mean, not really a big deal. I mean, just going out and having fun. Who gives a shit, right? Chill out. I think it's just the dad's like, right, I might not be able to pay for anything or have a job, but I can definitely put in a punishment. I just think, by the way, you made a rod for your own back when you took her money to pay for shit. Like, the moment you did that, you lost all claims to everything. But once again, I mean, that is... By the way, the reason I picked this when I looked at it and made me laugh the other day when I was sitting around picking things is like, what kind of fucked up world did this happen? Where like you pushy parents probably got their kids into commercials, made all the money from it, and they sat back enjoying it, And now she's like...
But the way she writes this, it sounds like this 6-year-old kid is supposed to go, right, I'm going to go out into the world and earn my keep.
Yeah.
She's just there writing her CV
like
at
Oliver
age
Twist.
6. Like, Mum, Dad, I've got a job interview at 4. Can you take me to it? Yes, honey, of course I will.
Yeah. Oh my God. And mine might not be able to get a job. She might not be able to get a job, but I suspect she's just a homemaker and doesn't want to get a job.
I would argue that she's equally as capable of getting a job as the husband in this instance.
Yeah.
If he is having to move from what was likely a higher skill job and more paid to low paying ones, she might also be able to get some low paying jobs as well and help out in some way so that she doesn't have to rely on her daughter in the same way. It's all fucking
terrible.
So, am I the arsehole? Yes, you're all arseholes.
You're all arseholes.
Everyone
Once
involved.
again, everyone's
Except for
an
the
arsehole.
child. Actually.
The child's fine.
Yeah, the child's the child.
Child,
as
have
Eddie
fun.
Stone pointed
By the
out.
way, the child has such amazing skills in getting shit done that she just went and did all this stuff and get loads of money and stuff like that. Like, she's the only one getting...
She's the only adult in this situation.
in this place. Shall I read my one?
One moment. I need to
Please.
zoom in your face. You may begin.
I may begin. It's not a very long one, actually. Oh, I see. You're putting this here so I can do it. Hello, it's my head. Right. Thank you for. Right. Every time my girlfriend and I have an argument, she has this one friend who always tries to give me advice. What are you doing? She has this one friend every time. It's not very long. It's going to be. Whoa! It's like Star Trek, Nova. You must love this. Whoa!
Alright, I'll fix it properly now.
Every time. Hello! I'm still here! Wait, no, wrong side. Every time. It's not that good. Let's get on with it. Every time my girlfriend and I have an argument, she has this one friend who always tries to give me advice, but her advice sucks. It's not constructive in any way. She could say, hey, look, I heard you guys weren't doing so hot. Listen, I've been her friend for a while, and even though I don't like you, I want her to be happy. So let me give you some pointers. But instead, she says things like, you don't deserve her, she should leave you, I don't know how you guys are still together, blah, blah, blah. I told my girlfriend, and my girlfriend said she would talk to her, but nothing's really changed. I don't really pay it too much mind. Recently, the friend said to me, you're disgusting. If you were my man, I would have left you a long time ago. To which I replied, aren't you single? She got upset and told my girlfriend, and my girlfriend said I'd gone too far. She said she can't make me apologise, but she thinks that I should because her friend was really hurt by it. I say good. Maybe now she can keep her opinions to herself. I mean, I just find that quite funny because he kind of shuts it down. Who's meant to be the arsehole in this? Oh, basically, the friend sounds like a dickhead.
Yes.
And then the friend sounds like a dickhead and says, like, you don't deserve her. She's blah, 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 blah. And then the boyfriend burns the shit out of the friend. And then the friend gets
Don't dish it unless you can take it.
The friend... Tit for tat. Tit for the best reply.
Tit for twat, more like.
This friend needs to butt out, not their relationship. There's always a friend.
There's always a friend. That is the thing about women, whom I love. I love women.
Me
women
too.
are great. But they just have a constant fucking need to get up in each other's business. Men don't do that.
No.
Like,
I don't give a shit.
Like, mate, your girlfriend a dick? I don't care.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Doesn't make a fucking bit of difference to me.
After going out with a girl...
This is why I don't have friends, says Charlotte. Is it, though? Is that the reason?
Yeah. Maybe you're one of the people in this. When I was going out with a girl, and I split up with a girl, and then later on, one of my...
It's not a very catchy song.
I went out with a girl, I broke up with a girl, now I'm not going out with that girl anymore, and a friend said to me that he hated the girl, and I was like, the fuck? No, so, yeah, non-lyriced. Yeah, I split up with this girl and I was kind of cut up about it, and this friend of mine was like, oh yeah, but she was a bit of a dickhead though, wasn't she? And I never liked her.
I can see where this chat is going.
And I was like, I don't want to know this. I don't want to hear you. You think I want to join in on this? I don't. There was a time when this girl was throwing stones. He's fucking pulling out all the anecdotes now. There was a time when this girl was throwing stones at Alex. By the way, this wasn't like sticks and stones, it was actual stones. Throwing stones at Alex, me. Stone after stone. Alex threw a stone back and it hit her square in her stupid fucking face. Yes, it did. Yes, she threw so. We were on the beach. It was a stony beach, and she kept throwing stones at me.
That's all there is in Folkestone, pretty much.
Yeah, it is very stony beach. And we were standing there. She was throwing all these stones at me, and I'm like, stop fucking throwing stones at me. A bit like Michael. Don't you throw those bloody stones at me. That's
a good impression.
Thank you very much. But she didn't stop, so I got one, and because I was an excellent shot, at least at this moment anyway, it smacked her clear in the face. And then her boyfriend was all up in my grill, and she was all up in my grill, but she couldn't really see where I was because I, busted her eye open. And she was like, "I'm going to tell blah blah blah," but nothing came of it because it was bullshit. Fuck her and her stony face.
That was a good my cocaine impression. Snort cocaine? I don't even know.
My cocaine.
I'd be a fucking terrible drug user. I don't even know what to do with it.
No, I don't understand where it was. I once almost had drugs in the sense that, well, I didn't at all. There was no chance of me having drugs. But I was once living along the road and I got home from doing something. I was still up for having some fun. And I looked out my window, much like Scrooge does when he's all better and redeemed and everything, throws the window open and looks out. It's like, is it Christmas Day? I haven't missed it.
You boy!
You boy! What day is it? What's Christmas Day? Christmas Day? I haven't missed it.
Is that pound of cocaine still in the market window?
Yes, I think it is. Well, here, take this money and go and get it for me.
This isn't enough for drugs, you prick!
And that's what happened. That's basically what happened. Oh, no.
And that was a cocaine carol by Charles Dickhead. I go very red when I laugh. I never noticed that until it started broadcasting.
There was an anecdote there, but I'm literally not going to tell it because that was so much better. Shall we stop? Because it seems like we've had a bit of a laugh, and I feel like we're having a good time.
We're on a high.
Let's stop now, raid into someone.
Yeah, Sora, fuck off and start so we can raid into you.
And say thank you very much for watching.
One moment, because I don't think we actually... Dying Light is dead tonight, lads, just off topic. Had an update and it's gone and broke it all. Got a backup though. Gonna play Fear. First encounter Assault Recon.
What, now?
Okay, yeah, now. Okay, good. Fuck off and do it then. So
go and do that so we can raid into you.
Yeah, so we've got someone to raid into. You may have mentioned it. This side, that side. Who was the arsehole?
Oh, I've forgotten. I stopped because we were anecdoting. The arsehole is
the friend.
The friend.
The friend is an arsehole. Is the guy an arsehole? Is I guess.
Nah.
Yeah, no.
No, he's just like, if someone gives you shit and then you give shit back, he's like, you can dish it out, but you can't take it. That's the thing here.
Don't say raid into sounds wrong. Well, Charlotte, what we're going to do right now is we're going to dig deep, we're going to delve in, and we're going to raid straight into Captain Soro.
Yes.
Double fisting. I'll be playing drums later, should be exciting, but I need the exercise. Cool. I'm not sure what the but was. That's an and.
I'll be playing drums later, should be exciting. Yes.
It will be exciting because drums are cool.
Can you do the intro to In the Air Tonight? You know, the maybe that's quite straightforward, I've no idea.
Yeah. That's I can
hear me calling in the air tonight.
No, well, I'm going to play the intro for you, Rooster Beast. I mean, you know what it
In the Air
like
Tonight?
No, to this show. And then I challenge you to drum it in your stream later. So not the idyllic bit, the end bit.
Which bit's that?
Well, let's
do.
Yeah, the bit at the end. And that's how we'll close this stream out. That's a ways into the song, but yes, I can. Yeah.
Oh, well. There we are then.
There you go. So listen to this. Listen for the drums. Emulate it later. Everybody's happy.
People tuning into now will think it started.
Oh, good. I didn't miss it.
Is it?
I tuned in an hour and a half late and it's still on.
Don't get me started. I haven't missed it. Ah!
Don't get me started.
Don't get me started. Oh, shut your mouth. Drumming seems pretty easy.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
You just cross your arms, and that makes you look like a professional.
Anyone can play the drums. That lesser known Radiohead song.
I have tried. I'm not very good.
Make sure you get the shut mouth. Oh, shut your mouth!
Make sure you get the shut your mouth. If you can somehow do a drum crescendo for his that would also be pretty epic.
Cool. How close are we to be able to...
On that note,
we're going to
I
go...
think he started. Hang on, let's load up some Twitch and see if he's there. Loading slowly. He's there. Right,
we're cool. We're ready to go.
We're ready to
Ready.
raid. He's up. Oh, this is a very different stream. That's against Twitch terms and conditions, Charlotte. So tell him to put it down again before he gets in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Got 11 people now. Someone's just tuned in at the last moment.
Thank you for joining us. We're going to see another person stream, but he's excellent.
He is.
He is.
Hang on. I've got to do this thing first.
What's
what
that?
a twat. Coming up on the Jez Show Network the rest of this week.
Yes.
Because it's even more relevant to you now.
Oh, it is, because I'm in it.
Yeah. Tomorrow night I'm playing Sonic Chaos, which is the third installment in the Master System Sonic games stuff. Words.
Yes.
You
words.
can do Friday.
It's nice, yes. I can do Friday. Oh, didn't you want to also mention that like Dying Light is happening, or is that not happening at all now that he can't do the...
He'll do something else, but
Okay.
we don't know what he's doing.
Okay.
He's cocked it up.
Yes, I can say this one. So Friday, October the 9th, I'm doing part 2 of Undertale at 8:30 p.m. If you joined in last Friday, we started it off. It's a wonderful little 8-bit. It's a bit like if Tim Burton rewrote Alice in Wonderland on 8-bit. It's a lot of fun and it's pretty surreal. Please come and see part 2 of that on my stream, twitch.tv. Always be chatting.
Then on Saturday, I'm streaming for 12 hours, and I'll probably have a heart attack as people jump scare me with my new jump scares and stuff. That's going to be a harrowing experience.
Yes, you are. And I am going to Belgium, which isn't on there, but telling you anyway.
I'll write it
Yeah,
in.
write it, Alex,
Going
to
to Belgium.
Please don't rob me.
And then closing on Sunday with the F1 show with Research and Duff Valley, the Eiffel Grand Prix, which is not racing up and down the Eiffel Tower.
Oh, man,
It
I'm
is
out.
in Germany.
I'm out. I'm out.
I'm out.
This is where I am. I'm out.
And we're out. Thanks for coming. See you next week, where we'll be socially distant because this prick's fucking off.
Yes, I am.
Say something funny, prick that's fucking off.
To Belgium!